Hi and welcome to our kitchen. This is Side Dish and we want to welcome you into our home, and we're going to be cooking for you what tonight?
Tonight we're going to be making Capellini Pomodoro.
Can't wait.
Okay, so here's the ingredients you're going to need tonight. Campari tomatoes, fresh basil, angel hair pasta, some hot Italian sausage, garlic, olive oil, salt and pepper, and sun-dried tomatoes.
First thing we're going to chop up is these Campari tomatoes, and you can pretty much get these in any grocery store. We're going to chop them in quarters, and we're going to just throw them in the pan like that. But just quarters basically. That's all you have to do on the tomatoes. Takes a few seconds and you're done. These are going to cook down really nice. The next thing we're going to do, we've got this nice pan of tomatoes. I'm going to go ahead and put some olive oil in there with them. I'm going to also put some salt in. And I'm also going to put some pepper in, like this. And then we're going to move on to chopping our garlic. What I like to do is just chop it into little thin pieces first, each of the cloves. And I'm going to try to kind of go back the other way. And we don't want like super finely chopped garlic, but we do want some kind of smaller pieces here and there, and it can vary a little bit, gives good texture to the dish anyway. All right, well, I'm gonna throw this in after it starts cooking for a while, so let's get those tomatoes cooked down first. We also need to cut up some fresh basil. We got this right out of our yard, actually. I'm gonna get rid of basically the stems and just get rid of those. But I am gonna chop this stuff up, and I'm not gonna do it in that chiffonade cut. I'm more gonna just kind of roughly chop this. It's gonna cook more than you normally would cook basil, but it's gonna give a great flavor to our Capellini Pomodoro. The last ingredient that we have to kind of chop up a little bit, at least rough chop, are these sun-dried tomatoes. And I'm just gonna try to get a few of them out of here. It's kind of a mess, actually. They're really oily. This is gonna give us a different tomato flavor than the fresh tomatoes. I'd say that's about enough. It looks like a couple of tablespoons full. I'm gonna try to drag them out of the oil a little bit, and then just kind of rough chop a couple directions. And I think all the cutting up of our ingredients is done. So we've got our tomatoes and our olive oil, salt and pepper inside the pan, and we're just gonna cook them down. We've got our other ingredients over here. We'll be adding them in a few minutes, but we do want to let these tomatoes cook down. And believe it or not, they look still pretty sturdy and everything, but they will cook down to almost a real mush.
Okay, so we're going to cook the sausage. So the best way to do it is to start it in a pan with a little bit of water, cover it, and we're going to get it up to temperature to about 170 to 175 degrees just in the water. Once they're up to temperature, then we're going to pour out the water and brown them. Okay, so we're going to get our pasta water ready. So I have a nice pot of water, and I'm going to add a generous amount of salt to it, and then bring it up to the boil. Once it comes to the boil, then I'm going to add the angel hair pasta, and this particular pasta only takes about 2 to 3 minutes to cook. So, all right, so we're working on the sausage here, and we're up to temperature. So what I'm going to do is to drain the water and put them back on the stove to let them brown up.
So now we've got our tomatoes, and you can see they're cooking down quite a bit, getting kind of mushy. This is when we're going to add the sun-dried tomatoes. We're going to add our garlic, and we're going to add our fresh basil. And I'm going to give it a little bit of a stir, and we'll keep shaking it around a bit until it continues to cook down. It's just about ready.
So the pasta's been cooking for about a minute, and I'm going to take some of that water, that pasta water, and reserve it around a cup, because it's going to be incorporated in with the noodles and with the sauce.
So we just finished the pasta, and it's ready to go. We drained it. We're going to take it over here, and we're going to put it right into our sauce. We're going to bring the heat up, and in addition to that, we're going to pour in about 1/3 of a cup of water, and then we're going to just kind of stir to combine it. And this is going to give us our finished product. By the way, you can't smell it, but it smells amazing. What do you think, Nanette? It smells good?
Smells awesome. Can't wait.
All right, we're gonna plate this. We'll be right back.
Okay, so the food's ready. Let's dig in.
Not a huge bite, for goodness sakes.
That's excellent.
I can't wait to try the sausage too. Anyhow, thanks for joining us in our home, in our kitchen for side dish. Thanks.
See ya.